Hello, my name is Maria Miller from mathmammoth.com and this is Mathy, my mascot and assistant. In this lesson we're going to look at some number patterns in the coordinate grid. And if you don't tell anybody, I'll tell you that this is actually an introduction to functions. Okay, now here we have a number pattern that has two numbers, x and y, that are tied together. There's a connection between x and y each time. Can you tell me what that connection is? 0 and 6, 1 and 7, 2 and 8. What's the connection here? Okay, I hope you can see it, that each time this number plus 6 gives you that, right? In other words, x plus 6 gives you y. I'll write it here, you can write it like this. X and 6 makes y, or as is customary in mathematics in this graphing context, we give it as y equals x plus 6. In other words, how do you get y? You take x and add a 6 to it. But now let's plot these points, because there's number pairs, x and y, they are points on the coordinate grid. Because for each point here, I need two numbers, right? And I have my two numbers here, the coordinates x and y. 0, 6 is a point. I go 0 steps on the x-axis, nowhere, and then 6 up. Then I go 1 step on the x-axis and 7 up, over here. And then 2 and 8, 3 and 9, you notice something here, 4 and 10, they go in a pattern on the grid too. Not only is there a pattern in the numbers, there's also a visual pattern, a geometric pattern here. These points lie on the same line, right? And obviously you could think, well, does the pattern continue? And you could continue it, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 here, and over here you would have 13, 14, 15 and so on, right? And here also it would continue up and up over there if I had my grid larger. What's that, Mathy? My grid is crooked. Mathy, I know. You pointed that out to me in the last video too. Remember what I said to you then? I said that my viewers hopefully won't mind. I hope you don't mind. And I hope you don't mind either, Mathy. Okay? I'm sorry about that. Let's go on. Here's another pattern that we need to fill in partially. But first let's figure out what is the pattern. 0, 10, 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6. Can you see the pattern? These number pairs actually add up to 10. 1 plus 9 is 10, 2 plus 8 is 10, 3 plus 7 is 10, and so on. And my numbers here go in order. X increases, and the y's keep decreasing by 1. So I could fill this in just by using that too. If I want to write an equation, it is that this number plus this number is 10. X and y together is 10. Or, if I want to write it in the form of y equals what? If you know x, how do you get y? Then it will be this way. Y equals 10, take away x. Let's plot these though, see what happens. Are we going to get a nice pattern like that? 0, 10. X 0 and y 10. Then 1 and 9. 1 here, 9 up. 2 this way, 8 up. Then 3 and 7. Sure enough, there is a pattern here too. Going down. And I have 9 and 1 here, but I could continue it here too, right? Surely it goes to 10 and 0. Next one. It seems that my y's are going by 2, so I could fill it in that way, right? 10, 12, 14. But can you tell what the pattern is if we want to write an equation about it? 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6. Can you see it? This number is always double x. Y is always double x. 2 times x. And now in algebra, we are not going to write the multiplication symbol x here. Okay, I cannot do that because it would be confused with x. So in algebra, we don't write the multiplication sign at all, or we would use 2 dot. Y equals 2 times x. Okay, double x. Let's plot these, 0 and 0. Then 1 and 2. 1 this way is 2 up. 2 and 4. 3 and 6. I see now that whenever I go 1 over this way, I go 2 up. Okay, that's the pattern here. There. 7, 14 I cannot plot. I don't have enough of a grid, but you can imagine it would continue up and up. It would just continue climbing up. In the last problem, we are given the rule. We need to fill it in. Now, this might look like, what is that? 12 minus 2x. This here would be a multiplication, 2 times x. And as we are using order of operations, we do the multiplication first and then we subtract. So for example, when x is 0, I put 0 here, 2 times 0 is 0, then 12 minus 0 is 12. Now go to x equals 1, so I put 1 here in place of x, and I have 2 times 1, 2, and then 12 minus 2 is 10. Then, if x is 2, then I imagine 2 here. 2 times 2 is 4, 12 minus 4 is 8. And look, I can see a pattern here, 12, 10, 8. It is going down by 2s. So that's enough for me. I can now fill it in that way. Now we can plot the points. 0, 12. 0 here and 12 up. 1, 10. And then 2, 8. Then the same one here. And here. What's that, Matty? A bonus question, yeah. How would the pattern continue? Matty's bonus question for you is, how would this pattern continue here? Think about it. Well, in the x's it would continue, it's pretty simple, I just go like that. But in the y's, look, it goes down each time by 2. So 0 go down. In my pattern here, it would go down here. It would go to negative numbers. I would have negative 2 here. And then 2 down even more. Negative 4, negative 6, negative 8. And in this visual pattern, it keeps going down in the same fashion. Okay, thank you, Matty. It was a nice bonus question.